Me and Master Chief were back to make fun of these massive, absolute fucking retards. Mostly Hasan Piker. Hasan Piker! Alright, let's get into the daily drama slop content that we are here to react to. From More Pegasus. Hasan Piker just got exposed big time.
Welcome back to a series so historic, even the T-Rex subscribed.
Oh yeah, it's going down in history.
In today's video, Hasan has called out the Kick platform for apparently ruining an entire generation and destroying the youth.
How ironic.
Ironic coming from Hasan, the guy who definitely ruined a generation and the guy who glazes anti-Semitic Twitch. XQC has responded calling Hasan a cockroach. Streamer Aiden Ross has exposed Hasan for apparently secretly trying to sign with Kick. Asmongold has responded.
That's funny.
Streamer Destiny has...
Yeah, the Kick ain't gonna have nothing to do with Hasan Piker. That won't last very long, even if they do.
Appeared on CNN, and Hasan is very jealous. They're having a massive back and forth beef.
Dude, they cannot talk about Hasan Piker because they don't want to be seen as a terrorist supporting platform. They know what he's about. They probably like him. They probably agree with his message, but they know that it is not going to be good if they are seen as terrorist supporters.
And it's getting pretty personal. More side characters are entering the series to humiliate themselves.
Secular
Subscribe.
talk. Yeah, love to see it. Fucking Secular Talk, he's a massive retard. I subscribe to him, though.
And your day will be blessed with good fortune.
I can't always follow people that I agree with, you know?
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin with Hasan calling out Kick.
Like, we're just making villains, man. We have ruined an entire generation. I swear to God. The dominoes fell in the worst possible direction, okay? A crypto casino is launched. It's called Stake.
Yep.
They start funneling a ton of money to some of the top content creators on this.
Here's where I'm at on this. I don't like Stake. Stake is about right here for me on how much I dislike Stake. Houthi terrorists way the fuck up here. It's not even on the camera.
Platform on Twitch. They start getting a bunch of people hooked on online gambling, a bunch of teenagers hooked on online gambling. These guys go, fuck it, we'll just make our own goddamn website. Then they created Kick. Kick created an entire generation of shitheads. Kick streamers have irreparably caused damage.
Okay, well, Twitch, by that metric, has ruined a generation and turned them all into gooners.
To the collective psyche of the youth, okay? People just behaving in the worst ways possible with no repercussions whatsoever. This became significantly more normal. It just like became normal to be evil.
Dude, I have nothing to say. I got nothing to say. We all know all the things that he's saying is complete bullshit. Because these are all the things that he pushes for his audience.
And gross.
Dude, there is just no way this guy is talking. You actively support 3 different terrorist groups, and you're talking about evil. Dude, you lie and slander people every single day. How are you possibly complaining? Dude, this guy literally had a gacha sponsor a few days ago when in the past he cried about a gacha being the streamlined gambling and he would never support it or something. Yet for a few bucks, he completely sells out again. Massive freaking hypocrite. Even the Epson Home Cinema is actually impressed at this level of projection.
It's also really fucked up because
that was a good one.
You got Kick, but that's not the end of the process. Then you got Elon Musk buying Twitter and then making Twitter into this like neo-Nazi breeding ground way more than it was before. So now,
yeah, Elon Musk was constantly on Twitter, and Twitter was turning into shit and was getting even shittier. And he felt like, you know, it was just a good thing for humanity. And honestly, I think it was. I think X is garbage. It's a garbage platform, but it's a million times better than Twitter was.
people are just like, oh, I don't like someone. Let's dox them. Let's swat them. Let's go after their whole family.
Oh wow, guys, Hasan really cares about doxing. You literally routinely platform bad empanada who doxes people. You even admit that he's a psychopath, yet you still pull up his videos and support him because you just hate Ethan Klein. It's crazy. And you refuse to even condemn your orbiter, Mike from PA, saying that, I don't know what Mike said. It was out of context or something.
Jewish is not an ethnicity. This constructed ethnicity. This demonic ethnicity.
When it was so obvious.
Yeah, he knows what Mike said. And he agrees with it. That's why he's not saying anything about it. Because he can't come out and say, no, what he said was bullshit and wrong. Because he agrees with it.
He literally said Jews are a demonic ethnicity. You couldn't even condemn that. It's just absolutely crazy. You did less than Denims, who at least said, hey, this was bad. And then she, proceeded to defend it. But, at least she had the courtesy to say the words, okay, this was kind of bad. Anyway, so after this, XQC responded, calling him a cockroach.
So what he wants is he wants to shut down ideas that aren't his, pretty much.
Imagine people thinking that XQC is less of an idiot than you are. That's fucking bad.
If your ideas aren't left or radicalized left, they shouldn't be shown at all. If you say something that isn't pretty much terrorism, well, dude, we cannot be doing that on the websites. We only do terrorism here, only that. If you do anything else but terrorism, we do not support that, dude. Come on, man, lock in. What an absolute cockroach these days. What happened to this guy? A lot of the things that he pushes are.
Usually I can't understand what he's saying, but he's cooking on this one.
Actually dangerous. Do you understand it? When we put those topics like the CEO and shit, like the people that murder people at the embassy or whatever the was last time, it's dangerous. People go out and actually kill people. It's not funny. It's trash. It's weird. I understand it. People from the right, people from the whatever. So people are maybe racist, insensitive. I understand that. These are also bad. Sometimes are also dangerous. But that doesn't mean that his isn't dangerous either. People kill each other. It's weird. Stop putting that shit, man.
Yo, not gonna lie.
Yeah, stop putting that out into the fucking universe.
Massive XQCW. All right, this is what I'm talking about. Occasionally, you get these streamers just having these absolute W takes, and this is kind of what Hasan does to people. He automatically aligns their brain. It's like that one episode in SpongeBob where Patrick's brain actually connects. That's what's happening to XQC right now. Hasan's overwhelming amount of stupidity actually connected the neurons in his brain and put him on the right side of history here. WXQC. When XQC actually seems like the absolute scholar in the room, you know there's something wrong going on here.
Can we not show this,
And I mean,
please?
everything he said is absolutely spot on. Hasan is a terrible, dangerous influence, normalizing terrorist support, terrorism itself, normalizing bigotry on a massive scale, promoting it to millions of people. And I literally get messages every day from you guys saying, I'm literally doing God's work with this series because I'm exposing this absolute massive psychopath here. So I appreciate that as well. And honestly, not to be dramatic, this is literally a matter of good versus evil, like straight up. Moving on to Aiden Ross exposing Hasan. Aiden Ross drops a massive bombshell about Hasanabi and Twitch. Alleges that Hasan tried to secure a no gambling deal with Kick in the beginning, but didn't get the offer he wanted. Also alleges that Twitch tried to secure a deal with Stake, but didn't get the desired offer.
Here's what I'm gonna leak about you, Hasan. I'm not gonna say when, I'm not gonna say how, I'm not gonna say what. Hasan wanted to come to Kick in the very beginning. They offered him an amount and he didn't like it, obviously, because you're not worth that much to no gambling. And that's the truth. You're mad as fuck that Kick is working. Hasan, how could you talk about Kick communities and Kick creators being the toxic and the cancer? Bro, what you preach to your community, they're brainwashed by you, bro. You live in a $5 million house. You buy nice clothes. You buy designer. You buy jewelry. You buy everything you want to do. You never donate to anything that you preach.
Dude, all of these people, all these streamers that everybody thinks are massive fucking idiots, look smarter than you. They're absolutely fucking destroying you, Hasan.
And all this stuff.
This is embarrassing.
You contradict yourself every time. You're a terrorist. You don't even like America. He doesn't. He doesn't, chat.
He just straight up called him a terrorist. Didn't even say he's a terrorist supporter. Just called him a terrorist.
Really doesn't. I'm just being real.
Right. Okay, so Hasan definitely does hate America. That is pretty obvious.
America deserved 9/11, dude.
Fuck.
Fuck it,
Okay.
I'm saying it.
I find it interesting though that he was trying to sign a kick, because if that's true, that's pretty hypocritical.
Dude, this is like the worst video of him. Whatever he's got going on with what he's wearing, I know his head's already small, but man, it really looked like somebody sprinkled the head shrinking powder on him.
Critical, even without the gambling deal added on, because then you're still supporting the platform that you think is so evil and is enabling all this bad behavior, right? Now, if you're already on there and your friends are on there and like the community's on there, fair enough, but that's not really the case for Hasan. He kind of hates everybody on there and was actively trying to move there still, so that's very interesting. I don't know, it seems like Mr. Socialist here wanted a bigger bag. Apparently $5 million not enough, he needs like 10-20 million. How's he gonna afford all of his socialist mansion and supercars? Twitch CEO Dan Clancy would not be very happy. He might actually need to find another person to go to after this. The absolute horror. You hear that, Hasan? You're not invited to the
He's gonna have to go to Destiny.
Diddy parties anymore. No more happy birthdays from Twitch. You might actually get banned now. Just kidding, this isn't Harry Potter. This isn't fantasy magic universe. That sort of shit doesn't happen here.
He knows Kick's working, chat. He wishes he took that bag at the very beginning. It's a legit competitor to Twitch.
I think Kick is gonna fucking annihilate Twitch. Especially if Twitch keeps going down the same path it's been going down. Oh, dude. People are jumping ship every day. Faster and faster. Twitch needs to do something or they're fucked.
It just is. It just is. And also, I'll just say this. When you stream on Twitch, you have to appeal. You have to appeal to somebody you're not. Most of the time, these creators are very... Look at Solminati.
Bro, I cannot wait to start streaming on Kick and Rumble. I'm going to be streaming from Rumble to Kick.
Why do you think he's not streaming? Why do you think he's not streaming? He got banned for speaking out and talking and being Solminati. You have to appeal to a fake, like, I don't know if it's a narrative. I don't know what the f it is. I bet you also didn't know that Twitch wanted to make stake work. Twitch at one point was most likely on some shit where they were like, yo, if you pay us more than what DraftKings wants to pay us, you can keep the crypto casino. It's all for money, bro. It's all for money.
Wow, guys, shocking information. The world actually revolves around money. I mean, Twitch can pretend.
Which makes me think, you know, the people they're usually supporting over there, the people that Hasan's supporting, I think that they're handing some money over to Twitch. A lot of it.
To virtue signal, but they also advertise gambling. Hasan can pretend to virtue signal, but he literally just took a gacha sponsor that he himself called Streamline Gambling. I feel like if you want to draw a moral line, you better stick to it, right? If you want to be taken seriously. Like, it's perfectly fine to think gambling is bad and you don't want to promote that and all that. That's perfectly fine. But then don't be a hypocrite about it. Also, what Aiden said about Twitch is so right that you have...
I don't think gambling's bad. I think gambling can be bad if you're not good at self-regulating yourself when you're gambling. If you can't keep it under control, then you shouldn't gamble. If you ain't got the money to spend, you shouldn't gamble.
Have to walk on eggshells there, and you basically can't even...
If you're trying to make money, you shouldn't gamble.
Say your real opinion or you will risk getting banned all the time. I mean, it seems like the only opinions allowed is that of Hasan and his Goon Squad, and even when you absolutely cross every single boundary ever, like Mike from PA obviously calling Jews demonic, you get banned for 1 week, bro. And heaven forbid you call fucking molecularly expensive, then you get a whole 2-week ban, bro. Apparently that's twice as bad as calling an entire, you know, ethnicity demonic. Also, I think this is a very common trend with Hasan. He is just super jealous in general. When XQC got his $100 million deal, he was crying so hard about it, bro. He was trying to guilt trip XQC into feeling super bad about it as well. When now we found out that Hasan was in the process of negotiations as well, bro. He just couldn't get a big number. Anyways, Asmongold responded explaining how people just feel alienated by Hasan and his orbiters, right? Because they're so extreme. Asmongold asked why anyone would want to come to the table with Hasan when he lies about them. Says it's no surprise they went to Kick.
He's actually achieved that goal. Because there's been so many people now that have been alienated by people like Hasan and people that are in his orbit and in his, you know, like his community.
Hasan has actually deterred me from going to Twitch. I'm not going to Twitch because of people like Hasan and people like Mike from PA. Like, not doing it.
that now they have no problem going to stake. They have no problem doing, any of this stuff because, they're already being called Nazis. They're already being called, genocide lovers, etc. And so why would people try to come to the table and win your approval when you're lying about them? And I think that's really where the problem is that you can't lie about people constantly and then be surprised when they stop trying to seek your approval.
I mean, that's kind of true. If you're already considered like this Nazi scumbag, genocide supporting alt-right.
Yeah, like you try and kick us out of your club. When your club is doing so well, everybody's involved in it. It's cool. It's where all the cool kids are. And then you kick us out. Well, we're going to start our own thing. And then you start kicking out a bunch of the cool kids, the real cool kids, not the people you deem to be cool, not the people you think to be cool, the actual real cool kids. And they move over to somewhere else. They start their own club. And then you feel bad. You want to come and join. Okay. But you gotta adhere to our rules now. You don't get to come in here with your rules.
MAGA grifter, then obviously they're not going to be like, well, Hasan seems like a pretty reasonable person here. I feel like if you're a regular person and you see the amount of unfair treatment on Twitch, you can get pretty annoyed and just be like, all right, I guess I'm going to Kick now. I mean, the thing about Kick is nobody over there is like hiding how scummy they are. They'll just like openly be like, hey, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's real over there, man.
They're not like virtue signaling here, like, well, we actually care about people here, guys, but also we support terrorists. Like, that's what pisses people off, right? And I just find it interesting, the line that Hasan draws in terms of morality, right? Terrorism good, supporting terrorists is okay, but gambling is bad, guys. So, like, what kind of wavy ass line has he drawn? You would think, you draw a line where it starts escalating into, blurry ethics or whatever, but he's so far beyond that. The fact that he thinks gambling is morally questionable when he supports terrorists, it's such a ridiculous fucking line to draw. So then he talks about how Hasan sort of created Kick because it is basically a response to Twitch being so horrible in moderation and just Twitch being bad.
That's what Rumble was too. And it scared YouTube where they had to pull some things back because Rumble was really being talked about. It wasn't really getting very big very fast, but people were really talking about it.
At everything.
Kick created an entire generation of shitheads.
Yes, and you created Kick, and so did I. And that's right. And also, by the way, the only real reason, if it's all about power, you have to understand this, is that it's completely about power. Right now, the power lies in the hands of people that are not Hasan. Hasan, in 2022, let's say, had a complete monopoly on the discourse. There was no other place to discuss any sort of viewpoints on the internet. You couldn't speak out against any of these things at all. And his viewpoints and the way that he expressed himself was the dominant message, and people were not allowed to criticize or complain about it. Now things have changed, and there are other places where people can have viewpoints. And that obviously is a threat to a person who doesn't want to have their viewpoints challenged. And I get that. I understand that. It's fine. But the way the world is that if you alienate enough people, they end up making their own place.
I mean, it's kind of like a law of the universe, Every action is an equal and opposite reaction. For every Hasan, I guess you're radicalizing
I really like the clubhouse analogy.
People on the other side as well. But kind of more than that, I feel like people are just sick.
It's a big club and you ain't in it. Okay, we'll just go make our own club. And you won't be allowed in it. Or we might let you in, but you got to follow our rules.
Of having to suck up to Hasan and his goon squad, right? He had such a monopoly on Twitch and a control over the narrative that people just started to get annoyed that how the fuck is this guy just allowed to say all the shit and get away with it, right? You can't just openly be insane and expect to be taken seriously. And he's always being protected by these goddamn moderators, the gooning lord, Dan Clancy, and these just mainstream media in general. And I feel like it legitimately is like a turning point in the content creator space face. People want to know that you shouldn't have to fear having Hasan and his degenerate squad try to ruin your life over lies. You shouldn't have to fear that saying a common sense opinion will have you labeled as like a Nazi or a far right person and have people just try to ruin your life. I feel like it's time for a change, you know, to actually allow a bit of discourse on the internet. Wait, who is this? Arrest Hasan Piker for treason.
What?
I just want him to back up his tough guy rhetoric. I'll be at any protest he decides to participate and confront him on the face and the fact and
let's
context
not
of his
do this.
threat. If he
Let's
pulls
not do
another
that.
BB, oh my god, is this a threat? Twitch basically became an echo chamber like Reddit. The 60 to 80% of centrist normies are leaning away from Hasan so hard that we lead towards people like Asman for saying nuanced takes. The thing is, you can probably disagree with Asman on a lot of things, but he's not gonna like try to hunt you down or, you know, he's
Yep.
not gonna be completely
And he provides really, really good coverage, and he covers everything.
disingenuous about this situation, which is why a lot more people sort of gravitate towards him. Kick's success was because of Twitch's stupidity. Let's all be real. No one, and I must repeat, no one wants to collab with this terrorist liquor anymore. It's only a matter of time before he finally gets off Twitch.
Yeah, when Twitch collapses and he's forced off of Twitch because there is no Twitch.
He talks about why Hasan is finding it so hard to actually convince people to his side.
And that's what's happened, is that people like Hasan have purity tested each other, and they've purity tested themselves into the most distilled and radical group of people possible, and they've alienated everybody who is tangentially, in a lot of cases, on their side, like Destiny, like me, like Ethan. A lot of us see eye to eye with a lot of issues. Like,
But Joe Rogan, Trump used to be technically a Democrat. Like, it just, everything got split, it got divided. Divide and conquer.
all four of us see eye to eye with many issues, but because of these like really, really narrow wedge social issues, it's like this other person's a fucking Nazi. And this is the issue, is that I think that this is the reason why this type of messaging is falling apart, is that if a conservative can agree with you on 1 out of 10 things, they will generally try to find common ground. And if a liberal can agree with you on 9 out of 10 things, they'll call you a Nazi for it not being 10 out of 10.
Honestly, I don't think it's fair to say that, because a lot of people are just, you know, pretty middle of the line, pretty normal people. It's only like the far, far lefty extremists like Hasan's little audience there who are actually crazy. And
I'm just
a lot of
hold
people
on.
are just,
I just
you
want
know,
to
pretty
just
middle
point
of the line,
something out
pretty
here.
normal people. It's only like the far, far
This chick right here,
lefty extremists
unfortunately, I bet I could fix her.
like Hasan's little audience there who are actually crazy. And I don't believe it's like a simple politics issue, right? Obviously, you know, Asman, Destiny, Hasan, Ethan, they're all political in some sense, and they have their own opinion, so they're obviously gonna try to shift people towards their side. Personally, I think it's just a matter of common sense versus fucking psychopath crazy, all right? I mean, the way Hasan describes me as well, an apolitical slop tuber getting millions of views, making the dollars, reading Reddit comments. It's like such a fucking... Dude, I'm just...
Yeah, right? He's not even reading Reddit comments. He's reading X comments.
exposing a crazy person, dude. If Hasan was a far-right person, the content would not change in the slightest. You're still crazy for supporting terrorism. Again, it's not a controversial opinion. It's like the I feel like 99% of people on the planet share this. Now, the reason it gets muddied is because Hasan has done this brilliant strategy of tying himself to a political movement, a very emotionally charged political movement, and he tries to latch himself to it, whether it be Free Palestine or just, you know, the left movement or whatever. And he tries to make it like if you criticize Hasan, you're criticizing the entire left or liberals in general.
I don't get attaching your whole livelihood, your whole brand onto like these little movements. Imagine somebody who attached their entire brand to a movement like Occupy Wall Street, and that's all they were ever known for. And then everybody moves on. Everybody starts talking about other things. This person's still talking about Occupy Wall Street. That's what's going to happen to Hasan. If he dies on this hill, then he's going to be left on the hill.
Like, that's just not the case. Otherwise, Ethan would not be going after you. He would be on your side, right? Hasan always does this bullshit. Like, if you criticize him, it's like, you don't support Palestine, you're an Israel dick rider, far-right MAGA grifter Nazi. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Nuance is a word that is simply not in his dictionary. Anyways, moving on to Destiny and CNN. Hasan is very
I just reacted to this, the entire thing.
mad that Destiny is actually more popular than him. Here we got a tweet, and we got the screenshot of Hasan on CNN, 140k views, and then Destiny, literally 12 hours ago, 200k views. How
That's
Democratic
crazy.
streamers like Destiny
Yeah, Destiny's way more relevant than Hasan Piker. I know people in my real life who know who Destiny is. They have never heard of Hasan Piker.
are taking on MAGA and Charlie Kirk. Crash out imminent. This explains why Hasan was on one today. Don't worry, we have like so many back and forth clips. Like he lost his mind over this. Right, so Hasan is reacting to the video here. Hasan compares his and Destiny's edgy humor. Also says that Destiny acts like Israel. It's every time, like all of his enemies are just goddamn.
He literally constantly doxes people, points them to Kiwi Farms threads. He's disgusting. Yeah. He is the perfect defender of Israel in that regard.
Dude, man, fuck. If like you're not 100% completely on board with everything Hasan Piker says, you're his enemy. And if you're his enemy, that means that you are pro-Israel, because all of his enemies are pro-Israel. Did you know that he doesn't hate all Jews? He only hates Zionists and pro-Israel people, which is all Jews. It's fucking incredible. And it's not just Jews. Not all Zionists are Jews. That includes a lot of Christians too. A lot of secular people. Pretty much anybody that Hasan doesn't like. Anybody that's not 100% on board with Hasan is a Zionist, and they all must die.
He is very fucking conservative coded, very reactionary in general. Very similar to like the entitled, arrogant behavior that you hear from Israel.
Holy shit. Holy shit. You're going so far left that Destiny is a conservative. What?
Did he call Destiny conservative coded? What the hell is that even supposed to mean? Isn't it like an open, like super lefty or whatever?
Dude, Hasan Piker is going so far left that he's gonna fly off the wing and come tumbling back to the ground. He's gonna crash and burn. Holy shit.
Are you saying it's because he's occasionally reasonable? Isn't that like a massive cell phone? What the hell is it? Dude, this guy's like the...
Yeah, that's because Destiny, he is occasionally reasonable. Hasan Piker is never reasonable. He is always unreasonable. Because he's probably one of the biggest retards ever to exist.
Worst representation of your cause. Like, if you were ever in like a team game, you do not want Hasan Piker on your side. Holy fucking shit, this guy's so bad at like all arguments ever. No wonder he lost a debate to like slop tubers, dude. Just absolutely embarrassing yourself routinely. Like, he must be getting off on this. He must have like an iDubbbz level fetish, because how do you do this to yourself every single day, brother? I'm like waiting. Is this guy ever gonna stop?
I think he's lying and manipulating to get people to freak out, because he actually does have some power and control, and he's trying to create a narrative that puts him on top. He doesn't want to be the king, because the king doesn't actually control anything. He wants to be the guys behind the scenes that controls the king.
Like, as much as I entertain edgy humor, it's usually not against like defenseless children. You know what I mean? It's just not. The jokes that I have that are fucking edgy are the same type of jokes that like the right wingers get mad at, which is usually making fun of America as an institution, you know, making fun of the American government, making fun of dominant forces in American society. I'm punching up no matter how edgy it is. I'm not fucking...
Who the fuck cares about this whole punching up, punching down thing? That shit's total bullshit. Destiny said a bad joke. Doesn't care. I don't care which direction he's punching. And he got humiliated for it. Just as he should have, for saying a shitty, not funny joke.
Punching down.
Oh yeah, Mr. I'm punching up. Weren't you the guy who literally doxed a random guy who left like a hate comment in your chat? Literally pulled out a gun on him? But no, I'm
doxed a random guy who wasn't even the same guy. The guy in the video was not the guy in the chat. And he threatened the guy in the video, and it totally wasn't him.
punching up only, guys. Literally goes after random chatter.
Never
like,
apologized,
routinely,
never
bro.
even brought it up.
At least admit it. Also, for edgy humor, you actually gotta be funny. There needs to be like a punchline or something. I don't think it's very funny to go, I love terrorists, guys. Hardy har har, guys. Like, hilarious joke right here. You know, laughing at little dead babies, be like, yes, quite the funny. There's no hint of like actual irony there or anything. I mean, I guess Hasan has like an element of accidental humor. Like when he says he supports Pride and has the Pride flag on his table, and then he says I support Hezbollah, right? Who definitely doesn't like gay people. So it's like unintentionally funny how fucking ridiculous this guy is, right? And that's kind of like the entertainment value of this series, just seeing how ridiculous these people can actually get, right? Hasan is a joke about graping rich white women instead of poor minorities. That's right, guys. He only punches up, right? Even though these women are probably poorer than him. In fact, now that I think about it, it's pretty hard to punch up as someone who's like this socialist, multi-millionaire, grifting, you know, Twitch streamer, right? Hasan doesn't understand.
I don't know. I think it is pretty easy to punch up when you're all the way down there at the bottom. He's such a little guy.
It's not about punching up or down, it's about being correct. Maybe if he learns that, he'll mature as a person. Yeah, I don't really think there's a problem of like punching down or whatever. Somebody's being a dickhead or whatever, fair enough, but at least own up to it, which these people can never do. Anyways, after this, Destiny
Accountability,
responded
what?
explaining why he's actually more popular than Hasan,
What are you talking about? I did good in math in school.
right?
Hasan does not have much he doesn't have much pull outside of Twitch. Like, people think I'm just jelly when I say this, but he's been granted an institutional monopoly on Twitch by whoever the f keeps him there, like as the only leftist influencer, right? All the other ones fall in line. Nobody's going to contradict him on that platform from the left. Asmongold is obviously shitting on him from the right, but there is like basically no huge like streamer that pushes back or can push back. I'm a better guest. I'm more funny. Can laugh at myself. I'm just generally wittier, smarter, taller, more handsome,
Doesn't speak like a fucking monotone robot.
younger, just everything. Can bench more, you know, just everything.
Ooh, that's gonna get him.
Turkish. I'm just kidding. He's about to do a 20-minute segment on that.
Yeah.
Fucking Cuomo. Okay, I'm coming for them numbers. Where's Hasan at on this? Oof. Don't worry, it'll grow, I'm sure. Oof. Right behind the wiener man. Oh.
Oh wow, this is just a straight up humiliation ritual for Hasan here. I mean, he's getting bodied by all of his ops. Lesser views than Asmongold, lesser views than Destiny, lesser views than a goddamn slop tuber, dude. Like, literally people would rather watch you being criticized than actually watch you. You're like basically Johnny Somali or something like that, right? Particularly embarrassing when this is your entire life, right? His entire life revolves around getting more views, and he has like a mental breakdown each time his views drop or something, and he's like so fascinated how Asmongold is more popular than him despite him being the educated political commentator. And when this is your entire life and you suck at it, that is just embarrassing. All right, that is just embarrassing. And maybe a bit of a conspiracy theory, right? I just find it interesting how Hasan's influence shrinks dramatically outside of Twitch, right? So some would say that his Twitch numbers are inflated potentially. Now, I don't know for sure.
I don't think so. I think we got a lot of clipsters that are waiting to clip. I think we got a lot of hate watchers. I think he does have a lot of legitimate fans, and maybe about 5% are fake, I'd say.
Obviously, but Dan Clancy recently did come out and say, oh yeah, Twitch has this massive view botting problem, and he conveniently said, oh, it's mostly the people who get no viewers. They're the ones view botting, guys, which literally makes no sense. He's like, the smaller streamers are view botting. Obviously, it would make more sense for the top streamers to be view botting, because you wouldn't notice if a chat goes from 20 to 30K. You'd be like, all right, that's pretty normal. Maybe they did something popular today. But if a chat goes from 0 to 2,000 viewers, you're like, okay, what the
Yeah, but also I think if you're a top streamer, the chances of you being caught, maybe even if you don't get banned, it's going to destroy your legacy. Like, it's going to destroy your reputation. So I don't think the top guys are view botting. They may have in the past, but they stopped. But, you know, who knows? Maybe. Maybe.
Okay, this is a bunch of bullshit, right? You can immediately tell that obviously Gunnar Lord Dan Clancy is protecting his professional cum rag here, right?
You talk like a rapper in an
Notice he also said mostly. Mostly.
interview who talk about King Von. That's so funny. Yeah, dude, keep coping. He's yeah, I'm so scared. That's what I meant. I do love people who like try to present Destiny as this like scary individual as well, and not just like a repulsive freak. Yeah, dude, you're talking about him like you're talking about King Vaughn, dude. Motherfucker went to Israel to defend the genocide, bro. There, what do you mean? You're just a weirdo creep.
Don't you know there's a genocide going on?
I mean, if he's so stupid, just debate him and destroy him and like make him expose him as a fraud, right? Oh wait, he literally runs from him at every opportunity, bans his name in his chat. You can't even say Destiny, you have to type D, and people have to automatically assume what you're talking about there. Instead, he wants to debate SlopTube.
Which is why censorship is fucking retarded. Like, when I beep fuck, everybody knows I still said fuck. If I say you're a fucking F word, everybody knows what I'm saying the F word is. If it's not fuck, if I didn't bleep out fuck. Like, what are we doing? Why do we do this? Why do people think that this works?
Like Willie Mac Show or Ethan Klein or whatever, and he gets destroyed by them too when they aren't even political commentators. This is your entire life and you suck at it. Like, this is like challenging a McDonald's employee and making chicken nuggets and just absolutely obliterating them. It's like, it's so sad. Right, so after this, Destiny responded explaining why Hasan actually hates him so much, like the true reason behind his super like beef for him.
Jealousy?
Destiny explains why he thinks Hasan is so bitter even though he has it all. On paper, you should have everything.
Z Cone Sanchez.
If this is the
Why does Hasan hate you so much? It's almost cartoonish. Because on paper, Hasan should have everything in life that he wants. Fuck, it's got to be a movie analogy for this. He has like the nepotistic advantages. He was born into like absurd poverty, or not absurd poverty. I'm sorry. He was born into absurd wealth. You know, he's like genetically, obviously very gifted.
Except for his tiny head.
He's gotten in trouble with the world. He got to go to college in the United States. He got to learn how to ride horses in his like rich like fucking mansion and with his billionaire father in Turkey. He has every single thing in life that he wants except what he really wants, which is respect as some kind of like political intellectual. And I think that Casey-tron moment actually fucking brain broke the fuck out of him. And I think he's genuinely resentful that he feels like he'll never have that respect.
Oh my god. I mean, that's kind of, maybe that's actually like somewhat accurate there. It seems like Hasan's lifelong goal of being like this respected political commentator is just never going to be recognized. It seems like.
Yep, and he just keeps making it worse and worse. Like, he's gonna have to move on. He's gonna have to come to terms with the fact that he is a lol cow, which he is. He's not becoming one. He is a lol cow.
You're just a pathetic Twitch streamer, and that's pretty much all you're ever gonna be. There's nothing really wrong with that. Like, I'm perfectly fine.
People like Boogie2988 and Wings of Redemption more than this guy.
Having my legacy being a
pirate software, like, legit, think of anybody that's a lol cow. Everybody likes them more.
YouTuber. I take it as a good title. I take it as a, you
know, Keemstar? I like him more than Hasan. That's fucked up. That's, do you understand how fucked up that is?
You know, okay, people like watching me for entertainment, and I don't take myself too seriously. Like, if somebody thinks, all right, I don't have the best arguments or something, or I'm not funny, or I'm cringe or anything, I don't really care. But if you say that to Hasan, he's gonna have a fucking mental breakdown about it. It's like, bro, it's okay. Like, stop thinking you're the president of the entire world or something. You're not that important, and you're not above us. Like, you call everybody SlopTubers. You denigrate them below you, and you say that, hey, I'm this respected political commentator. I'm an on-the-ground journalist. Meanwhile, you know, Asmongold or these SlopTubers, they're just trying to farm money off of Reddit comments and shit. Like, dude, you're not above us. Like, stop it. Stop pretending like you're any better. To be honest, if I had to guess, I feel like he's pretty miserable, because I feel like, how can you know, ever be happy living like this, being this hateful, terrorist supporting freak?
I bet it goes in waves. I bet at certain times he's as happy as he's ever been. And then he's as miserable as he's ever been, and it swings really quickly throughout the day, every day. Sometimes he doesn't feel anything at all.
I feel like you can have all the material possessions you want, but if your mind is corrupted,
I think he's emotionally unstable.
You know,
I think he's just in general unstable as a person, as a human. I think he's barely holding on to being human. think the mask is slowly peeling and revealing that he is a demon.
Your life around peace. It's gonna be pretty hectic, all right? And you're gonna be on stream 10 hours a day, losing your mind. Like, this guy's mental health is cooked, man. I'm
Yeah, bro needs Jesus.
sorry to say. You gotta visit like some sort of therapy or something.
I don't think therapy's gonna work for him.
I don't know. And I feel like the worst part about being Hasan would be having to sort of like listen to his own internal monologue. Can you imagine what goes on inside this guy's head? I mean, just like the constant self-flagellation, glazing. I imagine it's like
Allahu Akbar! That's what goes on in his head.
like a Homelander level conversation of, oh, Hasan, you totally fucking got him this time, baby. You totally got him. You're so cool. You're this political commentator.
I think probably his brain got aloha snack barred by a terrorist.
You totally owned him with your arguments, bro. Oh no, you're not an old man. Oh, you're not aging badly or anything. You're definitely 19. You fit in with the phase kids. Yes. I gotta constantly tell myself that, brainwash myself. I definitely don't look like a grandpa at 35. By the way, if you're wondering what that Casey Tron clip Destiny is referring to, basically it's an old clip where Hasan is asked, can you be racist to white people? And naturally, he gives this long ass rambling answer, and then he basically says, no, you can't be racist to white people, right? And Destiny gives the same answer, but he gives it very shortly, like very quickly and clearly. And then Casey says this.
Minority people can't really exercise racism against majority people because they don't really have the status or the power in society in order to do so.
Yeah, I vote for Destiny. It's like I wish Destiny could just come in at the beginning and give us the right answer right away instead of making us wait.
So we didn't have to list a fucking Hasan.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like we have the cheat sheet right here.
Honestly, like it's funny because like the only way
it's such a fucking retarded thing to say. Like, I'm sorry, but like if you can't comprehend the fucking shit that I'm saying, it's on you, okay? I'm doing as best as I'm doing.
Yeah, Wes. You said the R word.
He literally said the exact same thing that I just said. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
And there you have it. She basically said what everybody in the call and everybody in the chat was thinking there. And Hasan is so denigrated and humiliated there. He's so absolutely distraught at the fact that people legitimately think Destiny is way smarter, way more eloquent, and way more better at just...
Yeah, and imagine like getting upset that somebody you think is retarded didn't understand you. Like, imagine the ego. If I said something and somebody who is retarded was like, I don't know what you just said. I'm gonna wait for somebody else to come in and say it better. I'm gonna be like, okay, I hope he does. All right.
Political arguments in general than Hasan, and he
like emotionally unstable.
Can't handle it. And that's why Hasan and Destiny are going to be lifelong enemies. And that's why Asmongold is a lifelong enemy, because people like him, even in terms of politics, more than Hasan. Anyways, moving on to new side characters joining the series to humiliate themselves. We got this guy, Kyle Kulinski, explains why he won't make a video on Ethan Klein.
Have you ever thought about making a video criticizing Ethan Klein's Hezbollah? I think he's dangerous because he spits pro-Israel propaganda to an apolitical audience while claiming to be pro-Palestine. No, I think Ethan is pretty well handled by by Hasan and by the 48 other people who've pummeled him into the ground. Yeah, I think that guy's done a number to his reputation.
Dude, what? Oh, what? Yeah, this guy has no fucking idea what he's talking about.
I mean, his show basically, like,
this is why I watch him, because this is comedy gold.
Imploded in terms of his numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, he used to be one of the biggest YouTubers, and now he just sort of hit a brick wall. Yeah,
really? Also, we've got more giant YouTubers than ever that just like surpassed him. And he slowed down his content. And he changed his content to be a little bit less over the top, less jokey, more boring, like discussion type, probably because that's what their audience is into. And they're holding their main audience instead of trying to get the biggest numbers from everybody as possible.
Hit a brick wall. Yeah, he used to be like a prankster type dude, and then he did like a left-wing show with Hasan, and then now he has like this massive hate boner for Hasan, and he shits on him all the time. And he just
no, he doesn't hate Hasan. He makes fun of him because he's a retard. Welcome to the circle of retards that we make fun of, Mr. Kyle Kulinski.
He just sort of ruined his own credibility. So,
oh fuck!
I think he's.
Oh, the projection. The projection is real.
I think he's handled. I don't view him as like, he's not like a really, in my mind, I don't view him as like a big political commentator or political player. He was like a dude who stumbled on politics in a sense, but like, I don't know, his credibility's already shot. So I never really thought
What
about
the
that.
fuck?
Holy
are you
shit,
talking
this guy's
about?
smoking the Omega copium. Show imploded. What are you talking about? He's literally one of the biggest streamers on YouTube. Now, I don't know, they might be talking about his YouTube videos specifically, but he literally chooses to not upload and just stream.
Yeah.
And his stream is already massive. Also, he says he has a hate boner for Hasan. Yeah, I mean, of course, him and his orbiters literally tried to ruin his life. They ended up calling...
I don't even think Kyle Kulinski knows about any of that. I don't think he cares either. He probably, if he did hear about it, thinks that Ethan probably deserved it.
CPS on his kids, sent human skulls to his house, calls his wife a terrorist routinely. And how is this guy yapping that, oh, Ethan's credibility is shot?
He's fucking retarded. He's retarded, and he's lying, and he's talking about a situation that he has no idea about, and he's saying the exact same thing that all the other leftists who have no idea what the fuck they're talking about are saying, just to, I guess, be a part of this narrative? Or I don't get it. Why are all these random people like pro Hasan Piker when they don't know anything? It's so fucking weird.
While you're glazing Hasan Piker, you can't make this up, man. Somebody in the comments tell me, who is this clown? Who are these people coming out of nowhere?
He fucking destroyed his own career that was like on the rise really, really quickly, and then it just went because he just went retarded. He just bought into the leftist bullshit. I mean, he was already a leftist, but he like really bought in whenever he got like super famous, or super famous compared to where he was.
I assume this is another politically brain-rotted individual. Yep. But holy shit, you just come off completely delusional when you just have these kind of takes.
He used to go on Timcast all the time, but he was just too fucking retarded.
So Ethan responded, yes, Hasan has dismantled me with poignant takes, such as Israelis should move back to Brooklyn and Iraqi Jews should move back to Iraq. Is Kyle also 10 toes down for the Houthis? I can't believe he said that, man. Hasan is just a character.
10 toes down.
Or maybe he's referring to Noah Samson's call to escalate against propagandists like me in real life. Or Mike from PA suggesting someone make me bleed from the mouth. Or Bad Empanada lying to get CPS called on my children. Or someone sending human skulls to my house with 3 kids. It's a lot easier to hand wave any Jewish voice you don't like by calling them Hasbara, which is a special word for Jewish propaganda. No one else gets a special word for propaganda, only Jews, because Jewish propaganda is different and special. Beyond that, did he even say one thing that is true? Dude clearly has no clue about me, so why speak so confidently? Is that how he also discusses politics?
Yes, it is. Yep, I watch him a lot. Legit, he just says shit. He'll say whatever the leftist narrative is and lie about it.
It's very sad when defending Hasan does to a mother flipper.
Like, he says what random people online who are on the left say. Like, he'll see a bunch of what the left is saying on Twitter, and he'll be like, all right, well, they're leftists, and they're all saying this, obviously. That is what the actual truth is. And it's so fucking retarded, man. I see it happen so often. They all just tell each other the same shit. They're like, well, this is true. If we're all saying it, it must be, right?
Oh my god, bro. Ethan Klein on Instagram is a different demon. These people are making it so easy for me to support Ethan, and I don't agree with 99% of Ethan's politics. This is literally the thing happening. You have people that don't like Ethan at all going to bat for him because the other side is so unbelievably crazy. Anyways, Asvin...
It's so fucked up that we're like pulling actual leftists, like pure leftists, over to the right side. I'm not even supposed to be right-wing. I'm a leftist. But I've been lumped in because people are so fucking insane. But it's gotten so insane that people like Ethan, people like Destiny, are being considered right-wing by people like Hasan. What the fuck is happening?
The reason why he's not making a video on Ethan is because he's afraid of getting sued. That's the real reason why. is that now that
and getting a whole bunch of hate online.
Ethan is actually holding people
having
accountable.
videos make drama slop content about him, digging into everything he's ever said online, digging into his personal life. He doesn't want that. He shouldn't have said anything, because now it is going to happen a little bit. Just not on the massive scale it would have been if he made a video about Ethan.
For saying things about him that are inaccurate.
But look at us.
Now,
look at us. Making videos about secular talk.
Now there's a risk. And that's the reason why he's actually not doing it. And I think Noah Samson is probably going to get sued by Ethan too. I don't really know whether that's going to happen or not.
I hope so.
But again, like if you go after these guys and you start attacking them over and over and over, guess what's going to happen? They're going to attack you back.
Yeah, I think everyone is just sick.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Ethan going after all these people and Tectone going after people. You know, eventually enough people go after these guys for defamation. Eventually they will stop. They will get the message like, ah, shit, I'm ruining my entire life being a fucking idiot.
Of these people sort of getting away with this, like they start the attacks themselves and then start playing victim, right? We saw iDubbbz do this in the last video, makes a 7 million view content cop, slanders Ethan, and then starts crying when Ethan fights back. Oh, don't mention drama in my chat, guys. Like, you're the one who started it, and now that you're losing, you're crying.
The rule, KP Jack Boy, is that we don't really talk about drama in the stream.
Same thing with Casey Denims and Frogan. They're harassing Ethan, you know, spreading the most slanderous shit all the time. Then they get smacked with a lawsuit, and suddenly they're quiet. Suddenly they're like, crying on stream, all this shit. Like, you get what you deserve. You started it. You deserve it. And there's fewer and fewer people left. There's like Noah Samson left, and of course Hasan, the final boss, right? And I think more people are just starting to see their true colors here, courtesy of the legendary saga, of course. We're doing God's work here, informing the people, of course. Ratings better than One Piece, I've heard, if there was like a Yelp website or something like that. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Tell your mama, tell your friends, tell everybody. We gotta convert the world into Pegasus fans.
Yeah, you better be fucking subscribed to this man. I've got him linked down there in the description.
Of course. Now click this video. Or your roommates with Asmongold and XQC.
Follow him on the things.
Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Oh, man. Oh, it keeps getting worse. Worse, day by day by day. And we'll be here, day by day by day, to make fun of these absolute fucking retards. Let's go! Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications!